Cheers, guys! What's going on? David the Film Junkie here. Welcome to the Film Junkie After Video Show. Appreciate. I can't even talk. Appreciate you guys clicking in. If you're new to my show, it's not really a show, just a microphone, webcam, and usually some kind of alcoholic beverage. This time, the cheap stuff, but I like it. It's kind of refreshing. Anyways, guys, if you're subscribe to my channel, if you haven't already, and subscribe to my other channel too, because that's what I usually talk about is the videos I did on my other channel, which I'm going to talk about real quick here. Finally, guys, jeez, and I appreciate the feedback if you guys watch it. I got my Batman vs Superman review from Casual Batman and Casual Superman up on the other channel. Go watch it. It turned out pretty good. There's some things that I like. The ending, I had a different kind of ending, but I'm going to save that because it just didn't work. But it turned out really well. I liked the response I got, and it was a lot of fun to finally get it together, but it was one of the hardest things I ever had to film and edit because it's me and me without anybody else. No help at all. I got the green screen stuff, but it was just difficult to time and difficult to sync up with the editing sometimes. Woo! It was definitely a challenge, and then try to find time to do it too. And trying to keep up with everything else. It's like, fuck! So I appreciate that, and go watch that if you haven't. Today I uploaded some videos. I didn't upload videos last night, so I was playing catch up, and I'll talk about that in a bit. Original Batman vs Superman cut was 4 hours long. Holy shit. Remember that rumor that came out? I don't know how long. It was a while ago that there was going to be 2 parts of Batman vs Superman. Maybe there should have been. Because trying to cut 4 hours into 2.5, that's an hour and a half of stuff that got left out. And it's noticeable, sadly. Willem Dafoe joins Justice League Part 1 and 2, and we have no idea who he's playing. A lot of people are, of course, we're naming villains like crazy, and I'm going, open up the article, please. Just please open up the article, because the article states, the source states that it's a good guy role. But a lot of people were just like, Brainiac. People want him to be the Joker, of course, because that somebody made that because he's got that grin. Yeah, he would have been a good Joker at one point, but he's not going to be Joker. Calm down. Beautiful new AMC Captain America Civil War posters that they'll be giving out. Go to AMC theaters to see it in IMAX. You'll get these awesome posters. Good. I actually really like these posters. Unlike some of that fucking promo art that's come out that just looks like shit. Also some new awesome clips too. First image of Elizabeth Banks as Rita Repulsa from the Power Rangers movie. Yeah, totally different. Looks nothing like the TV show, and I watched the TV show. I love the Power Rangers. But I'm not going to bash it till I see it. I already know people are like, oh God, they're fucking ruining my childhood. If Hollywood, by casting something or changing something, ruins your childhood, you had a shitty childhood. Get the fuck over it. Come on. And then a new Wonder Woman movie set video that shows Themyscira. They're filming in Italy, I believe. And then some other stuff on that post too, so go check that out. So yeah, one of the reasons, the big reason why I didn't get to do a video last night, or do any videos last night, because right down the street from my house, probably about 4 minutes away, Bar Rescue was happening. If you guys know what Bar Rescue is, I love the show. If you haven't checked it out, check it out. Spike TV. Just change it to Spike TV on a Sunday. They play episodes all day. It's a great show. I've been watching since season 1. It's addicting because I frequent bars, and just to see the nasty shit sometimes, it's like, oh God. But then you see the redos, and he redoes the bar and everything. So it was happening right over there, and the grand opening of the new bar was last night, and holy shit, that was an experience. Talk about waiting in line for over 3 hours. Yeah, that's right. That was fun. Good stuff. That whole unveiling, that the last 10 minutes of the show took that whole time. But, when they turn the people around and they see the new building or the new sign and stuff like that, it really only takes about a minute. And then John Taffer says some words. But yeah, it took about half an hour, 45 minutes to film. But they explain why that's the case. Reality is not true reality. It's fixed reality. And we almost left because they only let like 45 people in at first, and then they were just letting 6 people in at a time. And it was like 11 o'clock almost. It was 11 o'clock, after 11, tired, have to work the next day, and we're about to leave and just be like, fuck this, we'll just catch it another time and we'll see the episode. But we didn't leave. We ended up getting inside. We saw the action. I'm pretty sure I got on camera because there was a time where John Taffer was actually talking to the camera, and I walked behind there looking stupid. I wanted to look stupid. So that was great. that was great to see. And I even said, good job, John. And he said, thank you to me. Big dude. Holy shit. We want to fuck with him. So that'll be interesting. I'll let you guys know when that episode airs. See if you see me. See if you spot me in there. But it was actually a lot of fun. So, all right. Now on to the hot button issue that was happening over the weekend. And I wasn't going to do a video about it. I thought about it over the weekend, and I was like, nah, I don't really want to touch bases on this. But then I was like, wait a minute, I'm letting that fear, that white guilt fear happen, because that's what I was I was actually going to do it on my other channel. But the whole Ghost in the Shell, Scarlett Johansson controversy, okay? The whole whitewashing of Hollywood. And it was getting on my nerves, and I kind of went on a Twitter rant too. And one of my first things I said on Twitter was, I don't think it's a racist thing. It's more of a her name sells movies thing. And if you don't think that's the case, you don't know anything. Because her name sells movies. She is a leading actress, an action leading actress, and yeah, her name sells movies. And I think, and I'm pretty sure, like 100% sure, that that's the main reason why they cast her to play a Japanese character. Sure, you want to go by the source material, you want to cast a Japanese actress, but let's face facts. There's no big Japanese actresses right now that could sell this movie, and that's what's going on. Max Landis, who I find pretty fucking annoying, and I can't stand him sometimes, and he kind of looks like a vegan lesbian, but he made a video about this, and he knows the movie industry. He's been around it his whole life because his dad is a famous director. So he knows how it works, and he made a video, and I completely agreed with him. And he says that that's more the reason why is because these movies, like especially a big franchise like this, and this movie is going to have a huge budget with all the CGI and everything that's going to have to go with this. They're forking over a bunch of money, but the thing is, you got to make that money back, and you're going to make that money back even more with Scarlett Johansson at the helm, okay? And that's just the way it is. That is the way, that's business. It's more business than anything, okay? For instance, casting means a lot, okay? Any of your lady friends that you have out there that aren't into comic book movies or anything, not even superhero movies, ask them if they plan on seeing Suicide Squad. If they are, ask them the reason why. Because a lot of girls that I know that are going to go see Suicide Squad, the only reason why they're doing it is because Jared Leto is in it. That's it. They don't give a shit about any of the other movies that come out, but the fact that Jared Leto is playing the Joker, hey, asses in seats. Casting makes a difference. Casting puts asses in seats. And there are big names out there that will put asses in seats. Dwayne The Rock Johnson, Will Smith, blah, blah, blah. And it's funny, too, because it's like, well, what these guys, they're of color, and look at what they're doing. But right now, we don't have a Japanese actress that could do it. So everybody wants to just bash and lynch mob and get that fucking mom mentality that pisses me off. And just be like, oh, yeah, whitewashing, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, I don't think it's really that. Is there racism in Hollywood? Of course there is. There's racism in everywhere. It's never going to go away. That part of it isn't. But everybody thinks that they could just change that by complaining and tweeting and posting on Facebook and saying this and saying that. Everybody thinks that they could just change it. It's not going to change it. But Hollywood is actively trying to be diverse. That's why they've been changing other characters, but nobody gives a fuck about that. Nobody gives a shit about that because they're changing white characters into people of color. I have to say it like that or else I'm racist, I guess. Even though that sounds weird. Yeah, Johnny Storm, Fantastic Four. They changed him into a black guy. Everybody praises it. If you're against it, you're a racist. The idea of Idris Elba being the next James Bond, even though James Bond has always been a white character, oh, that idea is praised. You're against it, you're racist. You know, it's so one-sided, and that was one of the reasons that was pissing me off too, is the fact that it is so one-sided. And yes, everybody goes like, well, Whitey's been running Hollywood since the beginning, and blah, 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 this, blah, blah, this. Yes, at one point, yes, sure. But I guess everybody just thinks that Hollywood is just run by a bunch of fat, old white dudes with cigars in their mouths. They're actively trying to be diverse by changing some of the other characters. Even Doctor Strange got heat for this because Tilda Swinton is playing the Ancient One, not Asian, she's white, but she's also a she. They try to appease that level of it because, hey, let's try to mix up genders too, but who cares? No, they don't even praise that. They're just like, oh no, you're fucking racist, whitewashing. Even though Boron Mordo, who is Doctor Strange's ally, is white in the comic books, black in the movie. Who gives a fuck about that? Whitewashing. Whitewashing. What the fuck does that mean? I don't even get what that means. But it's more of that. That's more of the issue at hand. It's like, you know, look at Aquaman's coming out. Is it a blonde-haired, blue-eyed white dude? No. It's Jason Momoa, who's a Hawaiian, dark hair and everything. I personally didn't care. Diehard fans cared. But guess what? They're racist for caring, for not going along with it. You don't like that? You're fucking racist. Get the fuck out of here, you racist prick. Go to put a tattoo of swastika on your goddamn ass. It just gets on my nerves because everybody just wants to join the lynch mob. Everybody just thinks like they could just, they're going to bitch about it and, oh yeah, racist. That term means nothing anymore. People have turned that term into a fucking joke. They have turned that into a joke. My ex-boss, whose last day was last week, black. We would joke around back and forth, joke around white stereotypes, black stereotypes, and we'd always say, that's racist. That's because we saw how ridiculous everything is, you know? He's had a great life wherever he has been. He's never felt oppressed or nothing like that. And he thinks everything's ridiculous too. And that's the thing. It's just like, you know, when you see, like, oh yeah, you got these blacks, like the Oscars so white and everything, that whole thing. And they make it seem like there's such like a problem, like, and the people who are complaining the most, like on the internet, are like not even people trying to be actors. And it's like, how does this affect your daily life? It doesn't affect your daily life. You're not trying to be an actor. Be successful in what you're fucking being in. And there are famous black Will Smith, Dwayne Johnson. They are people of color, and they've made it. Do you think it was just like poof? They made it because no, they busted their ass and worked hard. Anybody can do it. The movie Zootopia is a perfect example of that. That movie is about a bunny who's overcoming all odds to be successful. That's what that movie's about. A lot of people are thinking it's about feminism or like racism. Yeah, a little bit, but mainly about just overcoming the odds because she's a little bunny who can't quite do it. She wants to be the first bunny cop, and she has to use her wits and cleverness to just make it. But now it seems like people these days just want to bitch and complain and join a lynch mob and try to change society to appease them. And all that's doing is obliterating free speech, calling out these filmmakers that don't want to do it. Fucking Ridley Scott even said when he made Exodus and he got heat for whitewashing that because he cast Christian Bale as an Egyptian, he said he can't sell a movie with an unknown Egyptian actor named Mohammed or whatever, but he could sell a movie with Christian Bale because Christian Bale's a name. It's a business thing. Do you think they want to do it and get all this heat? No. Do you think they're going home and burning a cross and putting on a fucking hood? Come on. And then there was that whole rumor, yes, that they were going to change. They're trying to change her face to look more Asian. Do you think that they really would do that? Because people are going to say, I mean, I had my buddy say that's a modern blackface, which I thought was fucking ridiculous. And I made the joke. I made the joke of, well, Andy Serkis, you know, they turned him into an ape. Is that racist against apes? You know? Same with the Jungle Book movies. I mean, we're being racist against the animals in the jungle because people are playing the animals. No, and people are probably going to think I'm racist for saying all this. I know I'm not racist. My family and friends know I'm not racist. If you think I'm racist, well, fuck you. I don't give a shit. I'm not. I just see, like, every day, it just seems like there's always some kind of hot button issue that has to do with racism or sexism or some kind of phobia. There's always a different kind of phobia out there. And if you don't go with what these people are bitching about, if you're not part of the lynch mob, you have some sort of phobia. And I say, fuck you. Get over it. Stop making up terms. It's just where this PC fucking society is going. You know? People are making it seem like they're oppressed. Okay, so there was no black actors were nominated in the Academy Awards, so it was like black people felt oppressed. And I'm going, what? You know, especially with like Jada Pinkett Smith commenting about it. It's like, you were filming this in your fucking mansion where you and your husband and family live a great life, a better life than Then old Whitey here, oh wait, I got my white privilege card, I'm gonna pull that out. Are you fucking kidding me? There's no such thing. I don't feel privileged. For fuck's sake. When people like say like, oh, you get pulled over because you're black. Dude, you know how many times I played cat and mouse games by the cops? I did it the other night. A cop followed me into a parking lot and I tried to avoid him. I just went into 7-Eleven and blah, blah, blah. He circled around and waited for me. I mean, yes, racism is always going to be somewhere. It's not as big as it once was, but people are making it seem like it's still huge. It was huge back then when black people were trying to get equal rights and women were trying to get equal rights. And guess what? They got it. We all have equal rights. But yet, people like lynch mobbing about stupid, trivial shit are making it seem like there is like this divide. Like there's just this huge divide still. Like they're trying to fight for some kind of rights. You have every right that everybody else has. Shut the fuck up. Please. Okay? Let Hollywood do its thing. Let's not judge a movie before it comes out. Why do people insist on doing that? I don't know. Maybe it's just because I love movies and I give the benefit of the doubt. I'll wait and see the movie before I fucking judge or see some footage first. Shit. I mean, get the fuck over yourselves. Let's just wait and see. You know, you're not gonna cure all racism. It's taught to kids. It's a vicious cycle with some people, but Hollywood is actively trying to be diverse. But none of that gets recognized. It gets totally negated when something like this happens. And if you actually just research and think about it, it's like it's a business thing more than anything. Fuck. Anyways. Whew, it got a little hot in here. But in the words of Morgan Freeman, you want to stop racism? Stop fucking talking about it. He didn't say the fucking. I just added fucking for the dramatic effect because that's what I do and I'm a big potty mouth. But yeah, he said, you want to stop racism? Stop talking about it. You look it up. A black man, awesome man, awesome actor, said that. So let's fucking worry about the actual issues out there. Not Scarlett Johansson putting on a fucking wig. All right, guys. That's all I got to say about that. Probably left out some points too because I thought about stuff. I even thought about Henry Cavill as Superman. It's like he wasn't known, but he had big shoes to fill. But you know what? Before that, they were trying to get all kinds of people. I know Josh Hartnett was on the list. I think even Ben Affleck was on the list too. But there was well-known names that were on that list too, but they all passed. So then they decided to go this way. And people are like yelling at Scarlett Johansson, saying she's fucked up and racist for taking the role. I'm like, she's an actress. This is her fucking job, and she took a lead role for a bunch of goddamn money. Oh, she is evil. So evil. Ben, Scarlett Johansson, you're hot, but you're evil. You're hot. You're so hot. Evil. God. She's just doing her job. And she's getting heat for it. It sucks. But, sadly with all this that's going on, this PC culture, it's like they're, being white, even though I'm only half white, so I guess I got half a victim card. I got to watch what I say. Anybody can say anything to me of color. They could say anything to me. I got to watch what I say. Because then it's like, oh, I'm Hitler if I say something. Take a deep breath, Dave. Anyways, let me know your thoughts about everything down below. And, sorry this video dragged on, but cheers, guys. I just wanted to get that off my chest. Chesticles. Like my shirt. It's really good. Sheldon shirt, All right, guys. I'll talk to you later.